Okay, so wait. People are spending this much at Coachella?
This is what $25 worth of food looks like at Coachella.
But as insane as $25 pizza is, it gets worse.
I'm at the Coachella camping hub and the food prices are absolutely diabolical. Okay, even spicy fry up their prices. It's $12 a slice. No. We have Dave's hot chicken and one slider no fries is $19. Okay, yeah. This is the most diabolical though. One matcha being $17.50 for the strawberry and the double matcha. Like, you're joking. You're joking. Just take out a loan really quick so I could get a matcha. I'll be sticking to hot dogs and chips. After a couple drinks, I might buy a little pizza.
But that's really just the beginning because there's more.
It's Coachella weekend 2. I literally went to go look for showers, couldn't find them, gardened, and now I'm eating chicken tender fries and a fruit smoothie. Fruit smoothie was 18 bucks and this was $32.
This is everything I ate at Coachella. Can you believe the prices? Starting off with this $28 Lao barbecue platter with sausage, steak, and chicken. It was a pretty generous portion and paired nicely with sticky rice and fish sauce. And how beautiful is this $18 mango sticky rice? The mango was ripe and juicy, and the warm sticky rice with sago and coconut milk was mouth-watering. My friends definitely approved. I also got a $10 Thai milk tea, which was creamy, sweet, and refreshing. Then I grabbed some Dave's hot chicken. The chicken sandwich and fries cost $30. I love the pickles, and the chicken was well seasoned, but it wasn't as fresh and crispy as it usually is. Still tasty though. But this $14 pepperoni pizza from Prince Street did not disappoint. I love how it was a little oily, salty, and spicy. The crispy crust was delicious. I felt like I was in Disneyland for a sec and got a $9 churro. It does the job. It's crunchy with a nice cinnamon kick. Then I tried these $23 short rib tacos. I liked the fusion of Korean flavors. The beef had a sweet and savory marinade. And finally, you know, I had to try the $12 lemonade. It's quite refreshing, but doesn't come close to the Easter show lemonade. Anyways, the grand total was $144. Definitely pricey, but I had such a fun weekend with my friends. I mean, it was Bieber Big Bangchella.
But that's just food. We haven't even talked about how much it costs to get in Coachella.
I'm gonna go to the...
This is how much money I spent to make Coachella happen as a brokey. Let's go. Let's get the most expensive thing out of the way, which was the wristband. It was a GA wristband and it came out to $657. Me and my friend that went together, we did the car camping. So splitting car camping between the two of us came out to $80 a piece. He took my car, so I had to spend like approximately $100 on gas. Camping stuff that I bought ended up being $100. We went grocery shopping and splitting that in half was $70 each. Thrifted or used things that I already had in my closet for my Coachella outfits, so I spent like $50 on my outfits. Festival bag and things for the festival bag, I ended up spending approximately like $150 or so. Day 0 at Coachella, I ended up buying 2 sodas and 2 popsicles, and that came out to like $26. I bought 1 bag of ice at the camp for $14, and then I bought 2 more ice creams over the weekend, and it came out to $15. And my grand total as a brokey who made Coachella happen came out to $1,342.
Keep watching because it gets progressively worse.
If you have been curious about how much it costs to attend Coachella as a normal person, I am going to tell you how much I spent to go to Coachella 2026 weekend 1, and I broke down everything here on my iPad. So let's go over it. My general admission ticket with shuttle pass after taxes and fees was $801. I split an Airbnb with 10 other people. Our Airbnb was in Desert Hot Springs, and then we drove to a shuttle stop every day for the festival. Each person paid $507 for the Airbnb. For groceries and alcohol was $83 each person. Someone did a grocery run and then someone did an alcohol run, and so we just split it between our group. Food and drinks at the festival, I spent $182. My husband and I took turns paying for our meals, and I mostly wore stuff that I already had, but I did get a few new things for the festival. And so for outfits, I spent $108. I do know that in this price, I included this new backpack that I got. It's one of those like clear stadium approved backpacks. It's from the brand On the Way, and it was so awesome because I actually met the girl that owns the company, and she was like super hyped that I had the backpack, and I really like it because it has like an anti-theft mechanism where it can lock the zipper. It was awesome. Like, I did not have to worry about my stuff getting stolen over the weekend. The grand total for Coachella 2026 for me this year was $1,681.
$10,000. That's how much people are spending for a weekend at Coachella. It's 3 days, 72 hours. There is no way it's worth that much money. And if you're getting flights, accommodation, artist passes, custom outfits, it can cost even more than that. Like Sophie Rain for 1 weekend at Coachella spent
$192,845.86.
How much did you pay for your Coachella ticket?
I paid for 2 GA wristbands, 12,000 USD. And I got scammed for 2 that I paid 2,000 each for, so.
I actually don't pay for my ticket.
$600 for a 3-day and too much for Airbnb.
The face price is like $700.
I paid $800 because my parents helped me.
It was like 5 or 6 G's.
I actually Klarna'd my tickets. I paid $20 down, and I'm gonna have to pay it off in the next 10 years.
How much does it cost for 2 people to go to Coachella? Let's break it down. I'm going to start this off by saying that this is what I was comfortable paying, and everyone's situation is absolutely going to be different. I kind of like to break this down into a few tiers. So the first tier is things you absolutely cannot live without, and one is going to be a ticket into the festival. That right there at its lowest is going to cost around $1,100, $550 per ticket. Next, you need somewhere to stay, and your cheapest option is going to be car camping, which comes out to about $180 total. I mean, come on, that comes out to $45 a night. You can't beat that. And then lastly, you are gonna need a way to get there. Now, for some people, this might mean airplane. Fortunately for us, it's just driving there. And I would roughly estimate that we spend anywhere between $30 and $40 on gas to get down to Indio, California. So far, our estimate for tier 1, things that are absolutely non-negotiables, comes out to $1,320 for 2 people. Now, this next tier is really gonna vary by situation. It's gonna depend a lot on things you already own. So these are still things that you absolutely need, especially if car camping, but might not mean that you have to necessarily buy them because you might already have it. So for the category of supplies, I'm gonna count everything you see in this video here. It's things from Amazon, Walmart, Target, Trader Joe's, CVS, also including our food that we brought. That totaled out to $842. Next in this tier would also be in festival purchases. So this is anything from alcohol to food to even buying merch. And in this category, I'm counting things we bought at the grocery store during the weekend. So this category comes out to $544. And that's because Coachella is really like vacation to us. So you know what? Buy that to buy ice cream bar. So now with tier 1 of necessities and tier 2 of varies by situation, total so far is $2,706 for 2 people. Which now leads us to tier 3, which are things that you absolutely do not have to do at all, but people choose to anyways. And you've guessed it, that means clothes. Coachella is obviously known as a very high fashion forward type music festival, but it is by no means necessary. Now don't get me wrong, I love using this time to really push my boundary of fashion. I usually do not get this wild and crazy on the normal, but this is kind of like the time to wear the thing I've always wanted to wear. So it is 100% not required, but definitely something really fun to do. So for us, the amount we spent in the clothes category was $595. And then the last category within this would be nails. We don't get our nails done very often, but we did splurge for this and we each got $100 nails, so $200 total. So putting together those 3 categories of necessities, varies by situation, and absolutely optional, our total comes out to $3,500 total or $1,750 per person.